Hello there, I'm Kevin Parson, and as some of you know, I've been doing a series of videos of local volunteers and business people, sort of in the community, sort of Dis and Harleston, and just sort of having a chat as to sort of what's been happening with them during sort of the lockdown period. And today I'm really pleased to have with me Denise Smith, who's a local conveyancer in Dis. Hi Denise, how are you?
Hi Kevin, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, yeah, great, thank you. Yeah, sort of we're out of officially out of lockdown, although sort of we're still working from home and still doing lots of things which we've been doing actually over the last 8 weeks. So, but it does give us a bit more freedom in terms of valuations and viewings. And really, you know, with yourself, how have you been getting on sort of in the lockdown, and obviously whether the news this week sort of makes any difference to you?
Yes, well, we've just been carrying on working along in the background, progressing transactions as far as we can. It's all been pretty much running quite smoothly, to be honest with you. We've got good IT backup systems, and other conveyancers, estate agents have all been working remotely as well. So it's been pretty much business as usual. There's been a few transactions that have still completed where people have been able to observe the social distancing rules, or properties have been empty, or it's been a new build that's been ready. So yeah, business has carried on, but obviously now it's full on again. Again, of course, with the social distancing rules must be adhered to. We mustn't allow a second wave of the infection, must we?
Well, that's right. No, I think sort of, you know, and that's what we're doing. And I've obviously over the last 8 weeks, I think a lot of businesses, not just ours, have been fast forwarding on the digital side. And I just wondered, obviously you've had a fair amount of digitalisation over a period of years, but do you think sort of this was going to make a change in terms of more digitalisation for you, or is it going to be the same for you?
No, I think there will be more of a change. I think even perhaps this meeting will become a way that we will now meet with clients over Zoom and such like, as opposed to them coming into the office. It saves time. You can do it out of hours when people are working in the day. They then haven't got to take time out of work. So I think it will increase, yeah, an awful lot. And there's obviously, I think also a lot more people will work from home because they've discovered that they can work from home and perhaps even be more productive at home.
Yeah, and obviously say with obviously this Zoom medium, I think sort of I'm sure the old wires down the telephones are really hot now, sort of obviously getting this through here. Are you finding that sort of clients are happy to do that now, or obviously they've been forced to do it, but sort of, you know, are you finding some reluctance, or is it sort of been adopted quite well?
I think it's been adopted quite well. Yeah, I do. Most people have email today. Everyone that was obviously available on the telephone. We've also continued to be available on the telephone. So life hasn't changed an awful lot, albeit that as a marketplace office in the middle of the high street, we do like to meet with clients. So I like to see people face to face, sit down and discuss their transactions. And that is a service that we offer. And hopefully once the pandemic is finished and it's safe to do so, we will continue to do that. So, but then there'll also be the backup of being able to offer meetings like this for clients that are also themselves busy and would prefer to do this at a more convenient time.
Yeah, and I guess because you've actually worked in this now for a few years, haven't you?
Well, yeah, personally, I've been in the local area in the conveyancing market now for about 30 years actually, but I have, yeah, I'm sort of born and bred, but Hayward Moon have been here nearly 7 years now. We're based in the middle of Mere Street, just above Hemstock's Jewellers, and it's a great location. You see what's going on, you see the bustling market town. Yeah, it's really enjoyable.
And obviously in those 30 years, I'm sure you've seen dramatic change, some of it perhaps coming in little waves, but you must have seen a lot of change over those years in just the town, but also obviously in conveyancing.
Yes, I mean, I started my conveyancing career in 1986, and we didn't have a computer when I started. It took 6 months for the first computer to arrive. And now obviously we're up to doing meetings on Zoom. So it has changed dramatically. We now also, the way in which you produce the work has changed. Back then you were still typing on parchment paper, very carefully, very slowly, not to make any mistakes. And now everything is done on a case management system. Everything is scanned in, uploaded digitally to the land registry, to HMRC, emailing clients. It's all, so the volume has at least, well, it's probably quadrupled, to be honest, the amount of work that you can actually produce today. But similarly, I guess, as you've seen, the market has changed in that people move house a lot more today than they did 30 years ago.
Yeah, and so you're finding that transactions are obviously more smoother, but are they any quicker than they were sort of 30 years ago?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, I believe they are. Obviously, things can happen a lot quicker, but back in those days you had to wait for the post. Today you don't. It's an email that arrives in sort of less than a second, really, isn't it? So if
yeah, that's
right. Yeah.
Communication is all now, really, isn't it? Sort of, and because of obviously all the modern digital thing means that we've got, it just means that we can do everything quicker. And I think that sort of in terms of the actual town itself in Dis, you know, you've been here a long time, so born and bred. So what is it you like about Dis and the people in the town?
Well, I've travelled around England, many market towns. I love market towns, but Dis is really special. You've got an amazing church, you've got a fantastic museum. The Corn Hall now is just, you know, what a facility that is. Along with that, you've got amazing shops, fantastic bookshops, you know, and the lovely Norfolk House Yard. We've got Cobb's Yard, great places for people to visit. There's probably nothing that you can't buy if you visit Dis. And if I happen to bump into people when I'm walking to work that ask me to find somewhere, I always send them to Norfolk House Yard. It is such a special little yard. And even if you walk down St Nicholas Street and you look down and you see the church, you know, what a view that is. And then if you go into the museum or there are historical photos in the Dis Express, you see how the town looks many years ago, and the town hasn't changed an awful lot. It's just the way people look that's changed, isn't it?
I think that's it. But there's so many sort of nooks and crannies sort of in the town, really, isn't it, that you can find. And I'm sure when people sort of come new to the town, sort of they do explore it. So would you say that, obviously we touched on the business, but in terms of Dis changing, have you do you think that's changed a great deal, or is it more or less still the same?
Obviously it's grown dramatically, hasn't it, with all the new houses that have been built around Dis. A lot more people have moved to the area because it's such a nice area to live, and Dis itself is such a great location, not only to be in Dis because of the wonderful shops and eating establishments and meeting places that we have here. It's such a great location to access the wider area, the Norfolk coast, the Suffolk coasts. If you need to go to a larger town, we've got Bury, which is, you know, is second to none. You've got great shopping in Norwich as well. So it's a great place. We have a great variety of properties. We've got something for everybody, haven't we? We've got lovely new build properties. We've got first time buyer properties, and there's some lovely period properties, not just in Dis, but all the lovely surrounding villages. We've got, I'm a dog, I've got a dog, so I'd like to walk my dog. We've got great places to walk your dogs if you love the countryside, but then equally you can kind of be in Dis on foot within 10 minutes. So it's a wonderful place to live, and you still feel quite safe and secure. Everyone's friendly, most people know each other. People will speak to you in the town, and you'll just have conversations with somebody that you've never met before, and then you might see them again the next week and say hello. And I was in Norwich Christmas time, and one of the big issue sellers was there, and it was lovely because she was waving away and hello, and she recognised me for coming into work in the morning. And I think a real sense of community, you get that in Dis, don't you feel?
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's got everything about it, and I think sort of one of the great benefits of being in Dis as well, of course, is, you know, it's right in the centre of East Anglia, and of course it's within easy reach of London, sort of hour and a half on Liverpool Street. So I think that's great. So if you was to sort of try and describe Dis in one word, and the people the same in one word, what do you think that would be?
I think I've already said it, and I think it's special. It is a special place with some special people. Yeah, this is why I've been here basically all my life.
Yeah, yeah. That's absolutely great, and I think sort of with this sort of really people who do live there do really love the town because of all its obviously individual characteristics. And obviously it seems as though we're now starting to come out of lockdown. Sort of it's starting to free up. There's still a lot of obviously restrictions to make sure everyone's safe in terms of 19. But once we actually get more, when everything's open, which I think is going to certainly be probably not until July, August time, is there one particular thing that you really want to do or feel you have to do in terms of whether it's be a pub, sort of hairdressers or whatever you'd like to do? What do you think that would be?
Well, it is a little bit self-consuming, but I am looking forward to visiting my hairstylist. But she's based in Holston, not in this, I confess. But I've been there for many, many years. But yeah, seeing my hairstylist from a personal point of view. And then my son recently had an 18th birthday, so I look forward to having all the family around for a big celebration. And also just going to Costa and getting a cup of tea and a chocolate cake or something, and yeah, miss that. And Friday market days, going to the market to buy my vegetables and some flowers is a real treat. Yeah.
Just getting back to some semblance of normality, really. Isn't
Absolutely.
It?
Although I don't think it will perhaps not be till later on this year that we'll still be wearing masks, won't we, and still having to socially isolate. But yeah, once all the shops are open, I think it can be done.
Yeah, right. Denise, thanks so much for your time. That's been a real treat to actually have you chatting today. And if anyone out there knows Denise and sees this post, then please do make a comment and sort of below. And of course, if you know anyone who's in business or volunteer, or you just feel sort of deserves some recognition and would like to do an online chat with me, then please send me a message. That's the best thing to get my attention. And then we can organise that too. So once again, Denise, thanks so much for your time. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.
You're welcome. I have, Kevin. You take care.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.